There was always a particularly interesting line that seemed off to me when I first heard it way back.
I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
Something that's been in the series since at least Metal Gear 2 is that some soldiers, like Big Boss, are too far gone. They value being a soldier, fighting, and being valued as a soldier as a goal in and of itself, which for Liquid is one of his three stated motivations.
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence.
During the briefing, Colonel tries to say his motivation is just to see more action.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
But Snake sees through this and finds out that he has a personal motive.
Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
This dichotomy of fighting either for the sake of it or for a personal reason, particularly for someone you love, is really the heart of Snake's character arc in the game. Near the end of the game, Liquid outright accuses Snake of being on the mission because he enjoys killing. You could say this is also directed at the player.
So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you.
Given Snake's own words, I don't think this is true. On some level, the game makes it clear he wants to stop the terrorists from launching a nuke.
Somebody's got to stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
But Snake does seem to state his primary motivation is because he loves the feeling of being on the battlefield.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield. The only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other people die makes you feel alive, huh? You love war and don't want it to stop? Is it the same with all great soldiers throughout history?
The word choice in this scene is very important to what Kojima is trying to get across here with his themes and characters. Snake is a more redeemable character because he doesn't actually enjoy killing. He's merely indifferent to it and likes the thrill of fighting. Meryl doesn't seem to make this connection and jumps to thinking Snake enjoys killing people because she doesn't understand that, and as the game shows, she probably never would. Her next line really seals the message Kojima wants to say about soldiers, that romanticizing them as anything but killers is misguided. On the other hand, the game does want to show Snake the error of his ways. Even though some might interpret Snake's no-nonsense attitude about fighting as a positive trait, his dialogue with Meryl is clearly trying to show that his detachment to other people is still a weakness.
You'll just slow me down. You don't have enough battle experience.
I won't slow you down, I promise.
And what if you do?
Then you can shoot me.
I don't like to waste bullets.
So, tell me, Snake, what's your name? Your real name?
A name means nothing on the battlefield.
How old are you?
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Any family?
No, but I was raised by many people.
Is there anyone you like?
I've never been interested in anyone else's life.
So you are all alone. Just like Mantis said.
Other people just complicate my life. I don't like to get involved.
You're a sad, lonely man.
However, the codec call immediately after the Mantis fight does seem to reveal that Snake likes Meryl.
But why did you go so far out of your way to save her? For Campbell's sake, or maybe it's because you like her?
I don't want to see any woman die right in front of me.
Oh, really? Since when did anybody's death bother you so much?
Naomi, It's true that Snake has killed a lot of people, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have a heart.
It's okay, Colonel. She's right.
After they both get captured, however, and Snake retreads the path back to the communications tower, he seems to change and realize he made a mistake.
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
And Naomi still tries to pry out of Snake that he likes Meryl.
Meryl, she's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
Not long before this moment, Snake talked about fighting Gray Fox to the death as being like a sport.
I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
But after this moment in the story, the idea of killing for sport is brought up twice in a different light. Both with Sniper Wolf saying she doesn't want to do it, which is why she spared Meryl.
You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
And when Snake confronts Vulcan Raven.
Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious, it's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Before the Hind fight, Otacon asks Snake about love.
You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
Of course, Otacon asks this question because of how he feels about Wolf. Although, as Snake points out, it might be a bit of Stockholm Syndrome, Otacon's struggle with how he feels about Wolf is ultimately treated as valid, and serves as another interpretation of the theme of love in the game to go along with Snake.
Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed.
If you rescue Meryl, she specifically says how she feels about Snake helped her survive.
A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
And even if you don't end up saving her, Otacon is still there to validate how Snake felt about her and help him cope.
Meryl can't forgive anyone anymore.
Otacon.
She's gone, Snake.
Because of me.
I guess blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? If you do that, you can keep the pain at a nice, safe distance.
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life's more than just a game of win or lose. Don't you think? Let's live, Snake.
By game's end, Snake seems to realize what he should live for going forward. If you save Meryl, he talks about living for someone else.
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
But if you didn't save Meryl, he still talks about finding a new purpose.
I think it's time for me to look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will you find it?
I'll find it.
Ultimately, the game is trying to validate fighting for others as opposed to for the sake of it. But if you think about the through line between the ending and Snake's ideals in Metal Gear Solid 2, the open-ended Otacon ending works better because Snake ultimately settles on something else. But that's also exactly what another character in the game says too. In Metal Gear 2, Gray Fox's lack of finding love seems to have led him down the path he ended up on, feeling like fighting was all that he had. In Metal Gear Solid 1, it seems at first that nothing has really changed.
A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference.
Yet by game's end, he redeemed himself in a way and says what could be called the theme of the entire series.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least